Yep, here it is, live raw footage. Goes to show you that heaters can really cause a lot of problems with your tanks. I had a whole tank full of Xenotoka Dodroi, and I got just a very few of them left because I came down to the basement and I could smell something that smelled like an electrical fire. And came in here and found most of them dead and doing twirlies around the water. So I had to do an emergency, did like nearly a 100% water change, and I'm trying to save as many as I can. The trio in there, the male is completely gone. I have no idea where he's at. But I was able to locate the females. I put her over in this tank, and she's kind of holding her own right now. She's still upright. But I don't have a lot of optimism on her. But I've had a lot of these little, like right here. This little one here. Still alive. I'm going to give him a chance. You know, I'm getting a whole fresh water change here. Hey, Greg. Got a little emergency. I thought I'd go ahead and catch it as long as I'm doing this. I'm doing a Xenotoka Dodroi here, the wild type live bears from Mexico. I came down to the fish room and I unplugged that heater too, a little Orlushy heater. I had one over here. I keep it about 74 to 75 degrees, you know. I know these guys don't even need it, so I unplugged that one so it doesn't happen. But down there in the corner over there, you can see her real still. That's one of the females from the trio over here. You can see all the babies in here. I had the same thing over in this tank. And now I don't know if they're going to make it or not. I'm going to give them a chance anyway. And that right there's probably dead on its side. But I'm doing like pretty much a full water change. I mean, because I could tell when I reached in there and I could smell it. And when I reach in here and smell the water now, it smells like like an electrical fire. And I took it all the way down to here, so I'm just hoping that I might be able to salvage a few of these little ones down here. Let me see. Zoom in here a little bit. That one's still alive, pumping his gills a little bit. Got a couple here swimming around. But yeah, that was just like this one over here. You know, I got a real healthy tank. Lots of babies all over the place. Damn. I was going to do my 55-gallon clean tonight, and then I had this emergency pop up. I was putting the lights on, and I'm like, where the hell are all my... I mean, they were gone. I looked in the tank, they were almost gone. It's like, I have no idea. You see up here? Yep. Yeah, I'm going to see what survives. It happens, yep. If I can get a few of them to survive, I guess that female seems to be doing, I don't know, she's hanging in there. We'll see what happens. No telling. But I tell you what, it's so weird because the water, when I smelled it in here, I was like, oh shit, that smells just like electrical fire. So I have a feeling they might have gotten electrocuted or something that caused them to do all this, because they were doing great. Honest to God, yet earlier today they were just swimming around like nobody's business, eating like pigs. Ah, fuck. Yep, so I took the heater out. Of course, I unplugged the heater first, and then I took it out, and then I unplugged this heater before it. Probably don't even need a heater down here with these guys. I wish to God I never would have done it, but I wanted to keep it around 74, 75 degrees. Hey, Jeff. Just having a little bit of a little trauma down here, a little bit of emergency in my Godiad tank. Came down, and I smelled like electrical fire. And sure as shit, my heater, it was completely dark, so that means it's not working. I knew that, so I unplugged the one over here too. It's the same kind of heater. They're both about 3 years old, these heaters. They've been working great. I only had it set to like I had it set to like 74 degrees, and I was watching a live stream on Adele's, and then all of a sudden I smelled some electrical smell because I didn't turn the lights on yet because I don't turn them on until later at night. So I came around, turned it on, and I was like, it looked just like this. I'm like, where is everybody at? Every once in a while you see one doing a curly Q. This is kind of doing a spin. We got them up here floating. So I'm doing like a 100, almost a 100% water change. Just doing it real slow so it's not like just kind of trickling it in a little bit. Heaters, yeah, I know it. Yeah, they've been working good for about 3 years, so I figured, well, you know, been doing all right. I like to keep them around 73, 74 degrees or whatever, you know, keep them low, but nope. Man, this colony was doing so good in this tank too. It was doing just like this one, if not better. I mean, I got lots of fry in here, all over the place. Down there's one of the females out of the trio. She might make it, she might not. I put one of the, I gotta turn that water up before it overflows. But I put one of the females over in this tank with the fire mouse. They're not bothering her. Oh, she's swimming, there she is. She might pull through. Look at her, she's a fighter. Give her a chance. God damn it. I gotta turn the water off over here. I hate when stuff like this happens. Doesn't happen very often to me, so it's like when it does, it's like a complete trauma. Go back over here and check it out. What I'm gonna do is some of these guys are moving around like they might pull through. Back there he might. Yeah, it happens. But I could smell that electrical fire smell, and I was like, what in the hell? And I came over here and they're gone. I mean, I don't even know where the male is. I found the two females, but the male of the trio, I don't see him anywhere. I looked all over the place in case he might have jumped out if it was electrocution, but I haven't found him. But yeah, it's hey Skull, look at this. I have my Xenotocca dodroi, right? I got the trio over here. They're thriving colonies, got lots of fry all over the place in here. I had the same thing over here, and then I was did the live stream with Mike, and then I went over to watch Adele's for a little bit with Rob, and then I came back here and I was like, what the hell is that smell? You know, I should really start trying to heat. Well, this is such a big room down here. It cost me a fortune to heat this whole room down here. So I have to use little heat. I should, with these Goodyears, I don't really even need them. I'm not gonna use heaters with them anymore. Yeah, I know what. I'm gonna take the heater out of this tank over here with the. I'll turn this light on first. I didn't even have to turn lights on. I'm just now turning the lights on today. We went out to the range with brother today and his grandson. We went out shooting and had a pretty good time. And then we had to go to my wife's sister's for dinner. Yeah, see, I got this in here. I'm going to unplug that heater because I don't think they need it. I got a bristle nose in here. I'm sure they could probably take the temperature, but I don't know. Furnace or boiler? It's a furnace. It's a furnace, yep. I think we'll be okay. I mean, I got enough over here, and I think that this female is going to make it, maybe down there, and then I got the one over there I put in the fire mouth tank. She's looking like she might pull through. She's swimming around pretty good. Let's go take a look at her. She's looking a little better than the other one. She's, yeah, she's moving around. She's not too much zip in her, but she looks pretty good. These guys quit photobombing. Move out of the way, guys. There she is. She looks like she might be all right. These guys aren't bothering at all because these guys, they're pretty peaceful, these fire mouths, and even the convicts are peaceful, which is unusual, but they all get along good. Just as I say that, we got a little bit of a skirmish over there. But where'd she go? I lost where she was going to. Oh, there she is up here. Yeah, she might make it. She might make it. I think she's... I hope the electrocution didn't kill the babies inside of her, because she's got a lot of them. You can see right there, and you can almost see through her side of them. Zebra plecos at 68 degrees Fahrenheit last winter after my other plecos colonies boiled. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, I smelled something, so I left to check it out. I was like, "What is that?" I can tell. I know what an electrical fire smells like, so I was like, I didn't know what to think, so I was started to go around and turning the lights on. And as I got closer over here, after I turned on the black molly tank, well, I turned on the wild type bettas down here, and then I got these all turned on. And I was like, I could smell it was getting stronger. And then I walked around here, clicked on the light, and nobody's here. I was like, where is it? Because it's always just like lots of activity. I mean, lots, probably 40 fry in here going around. Now I'm lucky if there's even 5 left. Yep. Well, no more heaters in these tanks. I'm only going to keep them in absolutely necessary ones. I know that these bettas need to have them down here. They got to have warmth. But I unplugged this one for this other tank of Goodeads because I can't. I love these fish too. I hope some of these guys make it. Maybe might make it. I'm going to give them till morning and see what's going on. Hopefully I have a few that make it. It looks like they might. I did a really big water change, guys. That's probably the biggest I've ever done on a tank. Because it smelled, I touched the water, right? I got my finger in the water and smell it, and it still has a little bit of that smell to it. It's really weird. I didn't know the water would pick up the smell to it. Yeah, Jeff, we should, yes. Yeah. Been going good up until this point, really. I've never had a heater do that in all the time I've had fish, which has been a long time. But I've never had one that made the water smell like an electrical fire. I know I got some dead ones in here I'm going to have to take out. I think that might be the male right there. Let me take a look. Where'd he go? I don't want to mess around too much with them. They've been through enough already. Damn. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I think we'll get a few of them make it. Come down tomorrow and do a whole new reset on this, I guess. If I get any survivors in here, I'll just transfer them over to this tank. But yeah, there's my excitement for the day, as if I didn't have enough already. Goodness. Lost all your fish. Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll be. When we do a live, we can go in there and have a conversation about that, Saren. We can do that. Put container. Oh, yeah. I could probably try to catch them out and put them over here, I guess. That probably might be better. Any dead snails? Yeah, I know what. That's going to be a job and a half, because if they... There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of dead ones in there. I mean, empty snail shells, but I'm not sure if they got electrocuted as well. They might have. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. I'm going to go over this tank with a fine-tooth comb tomorrow. Thinking that water change, and see what happens with these guys tomorrow. And I can go and pick out all the dead. And then I can go through and pick. I'm just going to pick out all the snails, whether they're alive or dead. I'm just going to get them all. All the empty shells, all the other ones. I'll put them in the water, and if they start moving around, I'll just keep them and maybe put them in another tank, or throw them in with the umbunas. They'll eat them. Yeah. So that's it, I guess. I'll catch all you guys later. Thank you so much. Get this all straightened out and get them all back. You know, I think some of them are going to make it. So it's not like 100% loss. Just maybe like 90% loss or 95. But I'm glad I got that other one turned off over here. I'm glad I turned that heater off. I've unplugged it, so I'm taking that out. No more heaters in these tanks. Give me a chance, maybe I can get the rest of this duckweed cleaned out of here too, I guess. I don't really mind it, but might as well get rid of it, as long as I'm doing a reset. Yeah, that's right. Only need 2. You're right. And right now I got more than that. Well, I got these. I also started a 3rd tank of them. I put these ones over here with to keep my. They're doing good over here. I brought these over to keep my betta company. So it looks like I might have a male there, that smaller one. Then I got a couple. Oh, that's the betta. But they're doing good in there. They're eating good. That's definitely a female. You can see the gravid spot on her already. But she's doing good. No problems there. Bristle nose. I love my black mollies. I always sell out of these as soon as I put them up for sale on Get Gills. They sell out. Moss is doing pretty good now, and so are the Java fern is doing good over here. Yep. I need to get rid of all these though, guys. I got 4 75-gallon tanks here. I'll show you all the way down the line there. I got those 2, and I got these 2. And even though they're beautiful fish and everything, they just don't sell here. In fact, I have a difficult time even maybe trying to give them away. My wife wants me to keep the colorful male here, and then she wants me to keep the red zebras that are down there in the far tank, because those are her favorites, so I said she can keep them. She doesn't even come down here, but, you know, she asked for something. I always make videos for her so she can at least see them. But these guys are doing good in here. I'll walk down here. Then I had to move my eye biter out of this tank because it was, I moved this, where's he at? That big guy right there. Out, because he took over the tank. He was the tank boss and he was doing really well, and then all of a sudden this guy went berserk and damn near killed him. Of course, I have all these convicts in here, and there's fry all over the place, so they're always at it. Yeah, I like the convicts. I know they don't sell or anything, but I like them for my own personal pets. They're a nice fish. But I got to get rid of all those down there in those two tanks. Both of those tanks. And then I have a 40-gallon over here that I got to get rid of these guys too. I originally set this up as a shell dweller tank. It's a 40-gallon, 160-liter. And it'd make a great shell dweller tank once I get rid of all these Malawis. This guy's starting to color up. If I can find somebody who wants them, if I can get big enough shipping bags and whatnot, somebody wants to pay for the shipping, I'll send them to them for free. Or maybe even go half on the shipping just so I can get rid of them. I just need to make some tank space here so I can get some stuff that I can actually, breed and raise up. I could be doing my cherry barbs in one of these tanks that are being taken up. There's my placat betta. I got a pair in there. They're doing good. And all these blue star endlers. I got lots of them. Lots of albino bristlenose in here. And then over here, I got some killifish here. This is my Ephesimian Australia here. They're doing good. I've gotten eggs off this mop before, but I think my water might be a little bit too hard. There's the female. She's down there right now. But I like those. I like the killifish. I also have a pair of Gardneri down here. They're really cool. Along with my, let me see, there is the male right there. Got him. And then, of course, we got the photobomb by the wild type bettas. These guys are doing really well. That's my new Unimaculata. That's the Mahakam River location. They get about 4.5 to 5 inches, and they're beautiful fish. They're just like a little, really predatory, They do a great job eating the scuds, which I really like. And you can tell when they got that stripe along their head, they're ready to breed when the female has that stripe, I've noticed. I'll come down here in a day or two and find him with his mouth full of eggs. And there's the female. Her face is turning black, so that's a good sign. Whoop, just get a little bit scared of the camera. And then over here, that's one of the betta falcons. And look at, I got a lot of albinos in there too, a lot of albino. I have albino bristlenose everywhere. That's what's left of my water wisteria right there. It was a gigantic plant. Those scuds devoured it. But luckily these guys have taken care of that now. So, all right, you guys. Well, I hope you have a good night or a good morning or good afternoon wherever you are. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Just had a little bit of a tragedy down here in the fish room. I had a whole tank of fish that pretty much got electrocuted. I'll turn it around and show you real quick. This is what it looked like before. I got a thriving colony of. These are the wild type live bearers from Mexico. These are the Xenotoca dodroi, and they're really, really nice fish. And that right there is one of the females I was able to. She looks like, oh no, she's over there. She's not doing quite as good. I'm not sure if she's going to make it or not. But I got lots of little babies in here, but some of them are going to make it, I hope. And there's quite a few that aren't going to make it because I can see them up to the top already. I'm going to come through here tomorrow, and I'm going to take all the snails out. I'm going to go over this tank completely and do that, so. Yep. But some of them are doing all right. I mean, I got hope for a few of them to make it. And I got all these over here so I can always rebuild the colony up. But those heaters are no longer going to be in here. I'm not going to have heaters anymore. But my God, I lost so many fish in that electrocution. It's not even funny. Christ, just when you think things couldn't get any worse. Look at that. Poor little guy's just floating down to the bottom. Hey, Ron, how you? Yeah, the heater went south. I came around here and I smelled something that smelled like an electrical fire. I know the smell of that well because it's happened. I've smelled it before. And, you know, I have 2 colonies of these guys about the same size. Lots of babies, lots of, you know, a nice trio. And I came down here and I turned the light on. I'm like, well, where is everybody? It was a ghost town. I was like, where are they? And a lot of them were up here at the top of the water. I was able to grab both females, the big ones. I pulled them out. That one over there, she may or may not make it. I put the other one over in the firemouth tank, and she's been moving around pretty well. Let me see if I can spot her. There she is, right back there. She's looking like she might make it. I gotta squeeze these sponge filters out. Got all these particulates in water. But she looks like she might pull through. The only thing I'm worried about is she's fairly well chucked full of fry, and I have a feeling that once that electrocution came through, it might have killed the babies inside of her, and if that happened, she'll probably die too. It was a cheap brand. It was Orlushy. But the heaters have been working great for, it's like 3 years now. They've been working fantastic, and I thought, well, you know, they're a good heater. They're working well. But I guess everything gives out at some time, right? Yeah, this didn't really boil. I think it just, I don't know, it just something maybe broke and electrocuted the tank. Water stinks like electrocution too. Did I do a live test on the water? No, I didn't. Inkbird. Well, will the inkbirds stop it from breaking and electrocuting the fish too? Because I only had it set on like 74 degrees. Jumping over. If you see this right here coming up, guys, give Lottie's Nature a sub if you could, please. She's a wonderful person in the UK, and I'm trying to help her out. Something good's got to come out of this night. Test for life. Little, yeah, I could try that. Oh, hey there, Melvin. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. I've been going through some tragedy here. I'm going to take a seat here because I'm about ready to fall down, guys. 1 sec. I'm going to point the camera at these tiger limias. They're doing a lot better than I am right now. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's what they were doing in that tank, too. They're just thriving. Tons of babies, tons of everything. Oh, you subbed a long time ago. Thanks, Jeff. I put that up there. It's going to come up every time I live stream, so that if I live stream at various times of the day or whatever, you know, somebody can do that. Because fantastic channel, fantastic person, good friend of my friend Rob. So I said, any bestie of Rob's is a bestie of mine, too. Yep. I got a few Blue Star Endler males in here too. I wasn't able to catch them out yet. If you have live leakage into the water from either the pump or the heater, sometimes have twisted appearance. Yeah, they were doing curlicues in the water when I came around there. They were just like spinning. They were spinning all over the place, just dive bombing into the substrate or, torpedoing up to the top of the water. They were messed up. They were pretty messed up. I guess it could have been worse. I could have lost all of them, but I think I got a few that it might make it. I have temperature controllers on all my Sirius tanks. Yeah, I probably should do that. I shouldn't have had heaters in there in the first place. Oh, you got new shrimp, Craig. What did you get? Yeah, I'll do that too, J-Rock. I'm thinking as soon as I can afford it, I'm going to be doing that. I think I need to stop setting more tanks up and just get these outfitted the way they should be with that stuff. But like I say, I only got about 4 or 5 tanks to set up. Then that's all I'm going to have down here. I'm not going to do any more, I don't think. Not this season anyway. Off to bed. Hey, Ron, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. It's easier to heat with your furnace. Well, I got some. I only have 2 ducts down here, and I guess in the wintertime it would be all right to crank it up a little bit, but in the summertime it stays pretty warm down here actually. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Add some ducks? Yeah, I will, but it's cost me a fortune. But I will when I can. Either that or else I can get like some of those oil-filled heaters down here and get them around. Oh, thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. It happens. Is Glenn in here? Hello, Glenn. I must have missed Glenn coming in. Somewhere? I don't know. Maybe not. Home Depot, yep. Yeah, I should try and do that. Yeah, I'm going to move the rest of my tanks from upstairs down here. And when I get those, and then I got these other 5 that I'm going to set up down here, and that's going to be it for this year. Definitely. Oh, shit, and then my doctor didn't give me my medication like I was supposed to have. I was supposed to be in today, and now the insurance company's not going to cover it, so. Makes 3 days now that I think they're doing an experiment. Let's see how long Jeff lasts before he finally loses it, right? Yeah, we'll see. I should be all right. I've suffered with it my whole life. I'd probably go a couple more days. Oh, what size tank did you get, Craig? I think I'm going to offer some of these up for the auction when we have it in August next month. Maybe like a lot of 6 of these or something. Get like 2 males and 4 females or something, or 3 and 3 or something. I don't know. I got lots of them. I was gonna see, this is what I was gonna do. I was gonna do a live tonight, but I can't do it right now. I'm gonna do it tomorrow night. I'm gonna do maintenance on all this tank here. I'm gonna clean that intake filter out. I gotta clean these sponges out, that sponge over here. Then I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna pick out all the empty snail shells off this floor of this tank. I'm gonna do that all live tomorrow night. So that should be interesting. I guess now would be a good time to warn people about sticking their arm in their tank with their heaters oh yeah, that's right. Just in case of unwanted electrocution hazard. Yeah. Yep. When I seen that was off, I unplugged it and then I reached in the tank. But I tell you what, I could still smell in the water. The water itself smelled like the electrocution, electric fire. Yep. What kind of fish is Belinda going to keep in her tank, Craig? You're getting. Yeah, I got to clean the sponges too. I got to clean those sponges. They're bad. Yeah. I got to do I'll probably do this tank, and then I'll probably do the 65 gallon over there because you've seen that firemouth tank. It's got particulates all in the water because those sponges are completely clogged up. So it's not going to, that's the reason why it's not picking it up. So I'm probably going to do a decent water change on that tank over there too. And do the sponges real well. And just do the stuff that needs to be done. I need to stop worrying about my problems and do what I can do with what I have. Oh, they're not fish. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep quiet. All right. I remember now, Craig. I forgot. Thank you. It's going to be exciting, though. I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Yep. Yep. Do you have an idea of what time you're going to be showing that, though? We talked about? What did you miss? Something fishy? You missed me. Yeah, electrical smells. Yep. Let me back my chair up here. That tank used to be full of goodeids. Now there's just a very few in there, just kind of there's some that are dying in there. There's some that might make it. But the heater that was back there, I came around and the water itself even smelled like an electrical fire. So when I came around, I noticed that the heater was completely dark, and there's always a number on there that shows that it's working, either, no matter what. But I seen that the light was out, so I knew that something was up, and I could smell it, and it was smelling the water, and everybody was just gone. Either floating at the top. Let me see. There's a couple up there that might make it. I did about a 95% water change. I did a real slow trickle in here, so it wasn't. But I don't know if he's going to make it by tomorrow or not. I'm going to come down tomorrow and pick out all the dead that might. I don't want to take them out while they're still alive. I want to give them every chance they can have, because I've seen fish come back from this bad and make it for another year. But I came down here and they're all doing these twisties and twirlies like that because the electrocuted, they had to get electrocuted to do that. It was a cheap brand. It was Orlushy. I got it on Amazon. Called Orlushy. It's the same as this one over here. You see that? They've been nice little heaters actually all the time I've had them. I've had them for like 3 years. They've been working good. That one was still working good, but I'm not taking any more chances, so I unplugged it. Because I don't need to lose this whole colony here. Look at these fish. They're beautiful. She's getting ready to give birth again. Look at that. Look at the size of that gravid spot. Male's up there. Look at that color on his tail. He's nice. This poor little guy over here, though. I don't think that one's going to make it. I'm going to pull out all those snails. Looks like the snails might have made it. I don't know. I'll take those out too. I'm going to take all the shells out. I'm going to clean this whole thing out. I mean, I did all that water change, but I'm going to do it all again. Might as well get all that duckweed out. Just do a whole new reset. Any survivors in this tank, I'll just move to another tank. Hey, Gil, just had a little bit of a tragedy down here in the fish room. I smelled some electrical fire. I was on a live stream with Mike from MC Aquatics, and then we got done with that, and I was smelling something. I was like, what is that? So I didn't have my lights turned on yet, so I was going around and turning the lights on, and as I got closer from that way, I was walking around toward this way, and I was like, I turned around, looked at this tank, turned the light on, and it was a ghost town in there, right? It was like this. I mean, a huge bustling colony, you know, probably about 40 fry, I would say, probably 40 or 50. And it was, every once in a while you'd see one like this is doing like a twirly, and I was like, what in the world's going on here? And then I could smell it. I reached in and grabbed one of them, and the water smelled that way. It smelled like it was electrical fire. It smelled like an electrical fire, even the water. So I did a big water change, probably from here on up. And I use, the safe. I use the safe to dechlorinate. And now I'm just waiting to see tomorrow. I got a few that look like they might make it. These are kind of a rare. I mean, you can get them, but they are, I think, on the endangered list of Mexican live bearers. But, you know, things happen, right? Yep, it happens. At least the pearlweed's doing all right. I mean, it's... It's kind of... But yeah, that's what happened. The heater failed, yep. The heater failed. It was one that... It was identical to this heater. Whoops, where you at? I'm going to zoom out here. It was identical to that one. It was an Orlush. It was a cheap Korean brand or a Chinese brand. But they've been working for about 3 years, and they've been doing a really good job. They got the outside temperature control on it, and, you know, they weren't very costly, and they've been working good all these years. And I had a couple upstairs that worked for probably 5 years, and then, but when they stopped, it just had the error message on it, and it just wouldn't work anymore. So it didn't crack or electrocute the fish. It just got cold in the tank. So I just had to get a new heater, and no problems. But this one over here, for some reason or another, it just killed most of the fish. Most of them, but not all. I still have hope for some of these guys up here. They're moving around pretty okay. So I'll give them till morning. Well, later this morning. It's 1:12 a.m. here right now. See how they're doing. Salvage what I can and just keep moving on. That was looking all right. He might make it. That looks like a little male there. We'll see what happens. But you can see I'm tired. I probably look like hell. My eyes. I am tired. But we'll get it straightened out. Heat the fish room typo. Yeah. $120 degrees in water, Feels like shards of glass in the fingertips. Don't ask how I know. Oh yeah. I tell you, it's warm down here right now. I don't even know if I really need heaters down here with all these tanks. Hey Nathan, you're just in time to see me break up here. Had a catastrophe in one of my tanks. One of my tanks of the Goodyears, the heater cracked or something, and I could smell an electrical type fire, or it smelled like electrical fire, but it happened inside the tank, and all the fish were twirling around. Here, let me show you. I'll turn it around here for you. You just came in. You can see them twirling back there. For one thing, it was a nice big colony of like over here. These guys are all swimming around. They're all doing well. That's one of the females over in the corner. I brought her over here. She looks like she may or may not make it. I'm going to give her a chance, just see how she does. But in here I had this thing was all bustling with lots, probably 40 or 50 fry in the trio. And the tanks stay around 70. Yeah, you're in Florida. I'm up here in Michigan in the wintertime. These guys probably could do fine down here because it stays about, 66 to 68 probably down here. Some of my fish have to have heaters, like my wild type bettas. They got to be 78. You look like a star, Jeff. Oh yeah, a falling star, right? I want to come to Texas to see Eminem. Do ya? Hey TK, how you doing? Oh yeah, he got hacked, Gil, on his Facebook. Well past nap time. Have a good night. Hey Jeff, thanks a lot for coming in, my friend. We'll talk later and try to figure something out. This doesn't happen to me very often, but it happens to everybody once in a while, I guess. I guess I'm living proof of that, at least for the time being anyway. Yeah, he got hacked. That's a bunch of, oh man, that's not good. Have a good night, Jeff. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. We may be having Keely or Corey on the live stream, Jeff, so maybe you'd want to join us. That'd be a fun time having you up there with Saren. Good night, Poppy Jeff. Oh. Yeah, how's everybody else doing besides all this crap that I'm going through? You guys doing all right? Hopefully I'm suffering enough so you don't have to. Loving life, that's good, Craig. I'm so happy to hear that. You got a lovely home, lovely wife-to-be, and fandom, and you're a good man, so. Oh, thank you, Rob. That's nice. Nice of you. Yeah, there's the aftermath. I'm gonna see what happens. What I'm gonna do, I think, is if there are any survivors out of this tank, I'm just gonna move them over here or someplace else. I got another tank on the other side of here with my betta, and they're doing great over there. So if I have any survivors here, because there's more room over there in that tank, and I'll just take survivors and put them there. And then I'll just reset this entire tank. I'm going to go in and clean all these shells out, all these snails out, get all that duckweed out. And then maybe I can expand my black molly breeding over here, because I always keep running out of black mollies every time I put them up for sale. They sell out. Oh yeah, that's right. Australia. I would love to go to Australia sometime. Oh, that'd be great. Beautiful country. Beautiful country, beautiful people. Yep. Yeah, that big female over there, she seems to be doing all right now. I don't know if that's moving around a little more. She might pull through. Looks somewhat promising. God, I hope so. I just hope that the electrocution didn't kill all the babies inside of her, because that'll probably kill her as well. She won't be able to give birth to them, and they'll just rot inside of her, right? Oh, what happened in this tank over here, I had a big, these are, they're called goodeids. These are the Xenotoca dodroi. They're a kind of a endangered species of live bearer from Mexico. Well, I had 2 colonies about the same size. I had a trio over here, and I had a trio over here, and they had similar amounts of fry. Well, I smelled something that smelled like electrical fire, and I came around here, and I looked in here, and it was like this. I was like, where is everybody? I couldn't find any of them hardly, and the male still hasn't shown up. Yeah, so I have a few little ones in there that are, I know there's some up there at the top that look like they may be dying, but I'm gonna give them till morning. I wanna give them every opportunity. I just did like a 95% water change, so they're not gonna spoil the water between now and then. I'll come in here and check it all out. Yeah, I do. I got enough to build them up again. Thank you, TK Tropicals. I appreciate that. Stuff like this doesn't happen to us very often, but it always seems to, you know, it's still a problem no matter what. Look at down here, guys. I want to show you this black molly I got down in this tank. Look how fat she is. She's going to drop a ton of fry. There's the male. I love my black mollies. I got a really nice group of them that really healthy. But she's fat. She's a big girl. Zoom in on her a little bit so you can see better. Look at her. She's squaring off there. Look at her. She's about ready to let some fry out, it looks like. I think I see a tail hanging out of her. Look at that. She is a nice one. These are probably my favorite live bearer. Yeah, I know they're common, but I've always liked the pure black. They look really great. I sell a lot of these. These are my best sellers usually. Oh, look, there's the one of the wild type bettas down there. He likes to hang out in those little clay pots. And then I got some of the little babies in there are surviving. There's one of the from one of the previous spawns. Little black molly. He's going to make it. Or she. He or she. I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Is she feeling any better, Craig? Well, you know, when my hands were in that tank, it smells like electrical fire on my hands even. I'm probably going to have to come down here tomorrow. Anybody that's sitting here, I'll just do a complete reset on that tank. Yeah, there's a few in there that are dead. Yeah, I'll come in here and go over it tomorrow thoroughly. I love those koi guppy, koi swordtails you have, Greg. I'd love to find some like that here. Those are beautiful. Yeah, it was a heater. It was the same kind of heater as that one. I unplugged this one too, but they've been running about 3 years in these tanks and been working good. This one was still working good, but I'm not taking any chances after what happened over here. So I unplugged it. You want to see a koala and a wombat? Oh yeah. And yep. What about a Tasmanian devil? Those guys growl. I've heard people say they've been spotting the Tasmanian tiger there from time to time. It'd be nice if they're still alive. Those guys are doing good over here, all those tiger lemmias. Yeah, that's tomorrow night. I'm going to clean. Once I get this sorted out over here in this 10-gallon, I'm going to do this whole tank, get it all cleaned out, get all these sponges cleaned out. I'm going to get all those shells out and do a nice, probably about maybe a 50% water change, I guess. Yeah, the same, Rob. I would like to be able to do that. Look at these guys. They're all trying to mate with that female at the same time. Look at that. Like 3 of them. Just like people. No. Oh, it's a world coming to, huh? Is a bit like Bigfoot. People see it, but can't prove it. Ah, yeah. What guppies did I say? I don't have guppies, I have blue star endlers. Are you talking about the fish that were electrocuted? Are these Gudeids right here? I had a whole tank full over here also. I just got these poor things that are barely holding on right now. We'll see what happens in the morning. Hopefully I'll come down here and see some good activity. But go on Sheila. Ah. And the hairy man. Yeah, that little koala was cute. It's too bad that somebody ran it over. People drive like maniacs anymore. Well, you guys, I've taken up enough of your time tonight. I think I'm gonna go upstairs, I guess. Been 3 dead in 1 week. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I feel like I've been up for 3 days. I'm so tired right now. Probably have been. So you guys have a good night. I will be back tomorrow night with a report on this. Probably about the same time. About the same time, and then we'll find out what's going on. And then we'll be doing the work on this 55-gallon, get this all looking nice, and get some things straightened around here, you know. So have a good night, Rob, Craig, Gil, Nathan, everybody else in the chat, TK. Anybody out there, thank you so much, and I hope you're all having a good day, and we will see you About 24 hours anyway. Okay. All right, take care, bye-bye.